All right, you have our topics, right?
I am ready.
Okay. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining Cocktails and Conversations. For those of you who cannot see the other cameras, of course you can't. Ine Devine is not going to be joining us in person, but she is via Instagram with us. Miles will be joining us shortly. But we still gonna have a fabulous show tonight. We're gonna talk about everything. We want y'all to be involved. We want y'all to participate. Um, yes, it's cocktails and conversations where you come lay it all on the line. Like I said, we are not licensed therapists, but we have been through some things and we just want to share those things with you. I am Jamila. That's Miss Ine Devine, and we have Miles who will be joining us shortly. So, Miss Ine Devine, what's going on with you?
Girl, nothing at all. I just had to stay at home for the day. Had to stay at home. How was your weekend?
The weekend just seemed like it was a long way. I have to think. I don't remember. No, I had a great weekend. My friend had her birthday and we celebrated her birthday. We went out to eat. So that was pretty cool. Me and my guy, we had a date night. We went out to eat. We went to the Cheesecake Factory, walked around a little bit, had a good time. So I had a good weekend. What about you?
Took my kids to this urban air Saturday.
Jacoby used to work there.
Girl, that's just too much.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they still have it going on right now with everything going on in the world.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely dangerous.
Yeah, he enjoyed that job. Did the kids enjoy playing there?
They did. They had a lot of fun. It was an interesting outing, to say the least. But they enjoyed themselves. That's really all that matters. Because King's birthday was on the 30th.
Yeah.
Wednesday. So, matter of fact, when we had our last show, it was his birthday.
Yeah, I remember I gave him a little change, but he was sleepy.
Yeah. So that's what we did for his birthday on Saturday.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad they enjoyed themselves. And how old did King turn?
6.
6. Yeah, he got some more growing to do. He a little 6.
He is a very, you can't tell him that. He don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I don't think I would tell Mr. King that. He already get mad because I be calling him Jeremy all the time.
Yeah, you don't call my baby by his name, but he don't want to be called little at all.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't mind somebody calling me little right around now. Hey, Cleandria, thanks for joining our live. We love your support. Me and Ine Devine, we was talking earlier today, and we were saying it's time for us to do another mixer.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we talked about it before doing bowling. I think that's one, with us being very competitive. I think there's going to be some stuff for us to do is get out, get the group together. Let's see how many show up and show out. Let's get on this bowling.
Yeah. So, Facebook, I don't know if you guys can hear Miss Ine Devine over there. She say that she is very competitive and would like to do some bowling. So, are you guys interested in a meet and greet where we can do some bowling? It could be, ladies against the fellas. It can be, his and hers, couples against couples. We could pick teams. We can do teams against teams. I'm all for it. I'm here for it. Yes. What y'all say? Let us know if y'all interested in doing a meet and greet where we can do some bowling. And I think we need to do maybe a raffle or something to where we can give away a prize, maybe a game, some type of competition. What you think?
I think that's something we definitely need to do. Is we got a few things that we can move around, give away some prizes.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, Cleandra says she can agree too.
But it's not going to be based on who wins.
So what would it be based on?
Turnout, who there first, who there last. I want to do like a support team.
Yeah.
We probably could pull off a score situation.
She says she think it should be men versus women. Now the bowling can be men versus women, but what we're talking about as far as the prizes that we give you guys, the prizes are gonna be about like she said, who shows up first. You know, it's about y'all supporting us. We have over 1,000 members in our group, but you know, the first time we had our turnout, we didn't have 1,000 members show up. So we want to, you know, give y'all an incentive to come out, have a good time, you know, get y'all butts beat in some bowling. Ain't that right, Ine?
Right. Hey, did you look at the Facebook page real quick?
I'm looking at the Facebook page right now.
Do it show that I requested to join?
Let's see. Approve. It's saying send requests. Not sure what that means. Good, clean fun. Okay, bowling can be some good, clean fun. Okay. You're going to have to mute one. Well, let me turn the volume down over there. We're going to have to drop one of those. Yes, that's better. All right, so that changed the screen. All right, so far, we're going to put together a meet and greet so we can do a bowling night. So far, Cleandra suggested that it should be the men against the women. I don't know, Cleandra, because the men in the group, in my opinion, are very sensitive, and I'm not sure how they will handle. I'm not sure how they will handle some good, clean fun getting beat by some women. They already say that we be male bashing and everything. So if we're already titled as male bashers, what they gonna do when we beat them? Now they gonna say we just outright trying to take their manhood from them.
A win is a win is a win.
Right. I guess.
Like I have this issue now. Currently, I have someone that constantly want to go bowling because of a particular win, or if it's 1 point, it's a win.
It doesn't matter how many points it is, it's win or lose. So if you won by 1 point, if you won by 10 points, you're still a winner. First place. That's what wins. We are really trying to style Mr. Miles. Okay. He said he coming, y'all. All right.
Okay, so we had a hot topic. What was the hot topic? I don't know.
Okay, so one of the hot topics I guess we can get into before Miles get here, because he said he tired of talking about it. It was Will. In the media now, they're saying that he's supposed to be getting rehab or he's needing counseling. I guess because he's going through some type of breakdown with being drugged through the media for so long. And I know I saw a lot of comments on social media. People are saying that he just need to get a divorce.
So let's go ahead and throw Will to the curb. Okay?
I know I'm just over it at this point. Let that man live his life. Let him deal with his wife however he wants to.
Let's talk about the Shade Room. Did you see what T.I. did?
I didn't watch it, so tell me about it. I meant to check it out, but I didn't get a chance to.
So there's a comedian, female comedian, that apparently she used him and Tiny in one of her skits as far as like a sexual assault case. And he got up, grabbed him a mic, and confronted her. Like really confronted her.
Wait, so he was at a comedy show?
Yes.
And she was using him and his wife in her skit, and then he got up and grabbed the mic at her comedy show?
I think they gave him an extra mic. And he confronted her about it. But this is my thing. For one, she's a whole woman. Okay? older woman, and I felt like he was a tad bit aggressive.
He was aggressive?
Yeah.
With how he was addressing her?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So I felt like he was a tad bit aggressive with addressing her, and it went on and on. I mean, the language he used was aggressive. It was aggressive.
So he was using curse words?
Yeah. But she did. She sat around. She didn't take it. You know, she kind of didn't take it hard. She did a lot of joking and dancing around while she was talking, whatnot. But then when she got her floor back, so to say, she let him know that as a comedian, when your business hit the media, it's fair game. Okay? And I feel like that itself should not be the norm. And I understand it, that once it's out for everybody to talk about, it's out for everybody to talk about. And it shouldn't make a difference that because I'm a comedian, that I shouldn't, I shouldn't say certain things.
Well, I think that if she was saying something to him that he found offensive, she shouldn't get offended if he retaliates, because at the end of the day, just because he's a celebrity, it doesn't give people fair or open mic to just go in on his personal life or things that he might be feeling sensitive about. People think, oh, they celebrities, they putting their business out there so we can attack them, we can talk about them, we can say whatever we want. You can say whatever you want, but just know that those people are human too, and they can come back and go in on you just like you went in on them. I think people don't understand boundaries.
And that's a big thing, is boundaries. But I think his issue was that they were not charged. There was no charges.
Oh, because they wasn't found guilty, that she shouldn't have been bringing it up and throwing false allegations.
Exactly. So that was his biggest issue. There was no charges brought against us. So why is this still a topic of conversation?
Because they still trying to bring him down. They don't like him.
So he said what he said. He gave her a hug, let him know that he was just not really with the shits. And she did. She told him that again. It is what it is. It's fair game. But I just feel like you said, boundaries.
Well, he kept his hands to himself, though, right? He kept his hands to himself. He didn't touch her.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Literally, he went off about it. He got on stage. He gave her a hug. He took her mic while he was on stage, and then they showed them two sitting on the stage, talking about it, about them basically agreeing to disagree, whatever the case may be. But I mean, it's just a simple matter of sometimes these comedians, sometimes they take it a little too far.
Yeah, we have yes, Crystal, we're talking about T.I. right now, and Cleandra said people are taking comedy out of context. I do agree. I mean, to me, comedy should be funny, and a lot of people think that insulting people or roasting people, like I'm not into the whole roasting thing or making fun of somebody and then trying to laugh about it at their expense. Like, to me, I don't like that type of humor. I don't like the type of comedy where you have to insult somebody or talk bad about them to get a laugh. That's just, I don't like that.
It's really insensitive. But again, this is, and I can't even say our culture, because it's the comedy world in its entirety that insulting someone or talking about someone and their downfalls or their shortcomings is okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as a comedian, that's okay. But us in real life, that's harassment.
Yeah, and it is harassment.
Stuff like that. It's bullying.
It is.
Why is it okay for them to do it? And we can't without it being labeled as something.
Mm-hmm. Now, you hit the nail on the head when you said that it's bullying. And I feel like just because you're a comedian, that doesn't give you a pass. Like, you don't get a pass to sit here and insult me and talk about me or to poke at my life or my shortcomings. Oh, because you're a comedian, that makes it okay. It makes it right that you can sit up and talk about me like a dog and other people laughing at, like, first of all, like, I think that social media and the world itself has made it okay. They have normalized making fun of people and bullying people. That's why people think they can do it. But I'm gonna just say this: like, nope, you shouldn't put your hands on somebody unless they put their hands on you. But at the end of the day, I bet you Chris Rock won't make fun of Will Smith or his wife in their presence because he know what's gonna come with it. You know, back in the day, somebody talk about your mama, you gonna whoop they behind. Nowadays, people make it like, oh, it ain't nothing to talk about somebody mom because ain't nobody doing nothing. But if people start putting their hands on you for talking about them, I bet you'll start running your mouth.
I mean, yeah, but you know, even back then, they made it a thing that words don't hurt.
Words do hurt.
But words didn't hurt then. Words hurt a lot now.
They a lot. Words hurted back then. Just like my mama used to tell me, you know, no, I take that back. My mama didn't never tell me that sticks and stones may break your bones and words. I don't even know where I heard that crap from. Might have heard it from school, but words do hurt. People have said things to me that have hurt my feelings, and I never forgot what they said. I probably done got hit by somebody, and that it don't sting now when I think about it. But somebody that I've cared about might have said something to me that hurt my feelings. And when I think about it now and relive that moment, you know, it might make me feel some kind of way versus like somebody hit me, it hurt, but oh well, I got over it. It was just a hit, you know? So that's a lot. I wouldn't tell somebody words don't hurt. Words do hurt, and words haunt you.
They do. They definitely haunt for sure.
Yeah.
But I really, you know,
I'm glad that you mentioned that. Yeah, it's just like you have different types of comedians, you know, like I think we talked about it last week. We were talking about how David Chappelle, when he was playing on the Nutty Professor, and he started talking about Professor Clump and Jada Pinkett, you know, back then, and Jada was embarrassed, and of course, Professor Clump was embarrassed too. His feelings was hurt. But I bet you if Clump had got up on stage and sat on the dude that was Chappelle that's telling the jokes, he wouldn't have done that. But he loved to come back and start roasting him, and that made him sit down. Like, you can't sit here and treat somebody, you know, a way that you don't want to be treated. And then when they treat you the same way, you feel some kind of way. Right. No, keep that same energy you had when you was roasting me. Right. Yep. You hear all of that?
Don't smack your lips.
That's Miles. He's here. He just hasn't joined us officially yet. He's just making his presence known. He said, don't smack your lips neither. All right, so we're going to toggle back around to the bullying once we get into our topics. So, Miles, we're on hot topics. Y'all, Miles
what's going on,
joining us now. You got to get on camera.
What's that? Making them ugly faces. Oh man, this some good old stuff right here.
Yeah,
I'm hungry. Look at you. I ain't bad. I might well go get my food in.
Like, you need to warm me up some since we gonna be having food.
I mean some shrimp, sausage, and chicken jambalaya. What's that fish you eating over there?
Catfish and shrimp.
God damn, see, I'm hungry. I was over there trying to feed my face. I ain't eating nothing all day.
He was out there working hard on an empty stomach.
Heck yeah.
All right, so the next hot topic we're going to jump into right now, and you guys, we're going to try to see if we can wrap this up within an hour today. Let these good, fine people that have joined us get back to their night. But the next hot topic we're going to jump into is teen suicide. Have you heard, like, teen suicide is on an all-time high nowadays?
Me? Have I heard of it?
Any of y'all?
No.
I'm going to say this. I'm a guilty parent, right?
What are you guilty of?
Y'all know I'm a very direct person.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard for me to dial that down when it comes to people I love. So you guys have met my daughter, and she says she feels that I feel a certain type of way about some things. But I know I'm not the only person that's guilty of this, but it don't even necessarily necessarily have to be my daughter. It could be anybody. If I walk, Miles, if you walk up on me, you stink, you know I'm gonna tell you what.
I stink. I hope so.
That's just,
I hope so.
but that affects children in a different way.
Yeah, I think it's all about how you say it.
You stink.
You need to pull to the side and say, look, I ain't want to do this in front of everybody. I don't know if you forgot to bathe last night. That ain't cool. You gotta know how to say it to people like, man, that wasn't cool. You're not bathing.
Okay. My initial attack on it is not that.
Exactly.
It's gonna be, did you put
Stink.
deodorant on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so like, did you put deodorant on? Go wipe it on. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Did you take a bath? It's gonna probably be a question before it's like.
Before you think about it.
Right. But my thing is, I think these children, not just mine, I think these children nowadays blow so much off when their parents are talking to them. It's unreal. So you just like we can be nice, we can be polite, or whatever the case may be, and they don't hear until we start going off.
Yeah.
But then your feelings hurt.
I don't know why. I don't know. I guess because we come up in the area, we ranked on everybody all day long, so it don't bother me. You talk about me, I'm gonna talk about you, huh?
But now they're so sensitive, everything is so touchy. Then it's like parent bullying, adult bullying. You know, which is one of the things that we were talking about. It's just. It's all bundled up in this one situation that it's hard to work through, and with the kids not communicating like they need to, it leaves us in a position where we don't know what to do or how to handle the situation.
So what do you think has changed over the years? And I guess we're just gonna jump into our topics tonight. But as far as adult bullying or parent bullying, what do you think has changed with the way our parents raised us versus to how we're raising our children? Like, what makes us tougher skinned than our children?
I think our parents were just hard on us. It's like I don't think we came from an era that we had so much sugarcoat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't the thing. I said what I said. You take it how you want to. And again, like Miles said, we came from an era where we ranked it on each other. You have to have tough skin.
But I think the way that we look at it is like we didn't like that. So when we got older and had our own children, we decided, I didn't like when I was talked to this way. So I'm not going to talk to my child that way. So you raise your kid with speaking to them nicely. And then when they start to take your niceness for weakness or take you for granted, then that's when you go old school on them. But you've been coddling them the whole time. Of course, they're not going to know how to handle you being aggressive because you've been so nice to them, or you've been very not aggressive in your tone when you talk to them. So now when you raise your voice at them, they don't understand that. And that's why I guess, when they leave the house and kids in the street start talking to them crazy, it's too much for them to handle. And that's possibly why you have them thinking about killing themselves.
But I think peer pressure is different.
But what really, like, kids nowadays have like way more than what we had growing up. So like, what peer pressure do they have that make them feel like their life is so bad that they don't want to live no more?
They ain't paying no bills, because the problem, I think it is because they ass is mad because they can't get the new phone that they want, or because the parent ain't allowing them to go somewhere that they want to go because all their friends there. And most of them get mad because it's a cell phone, because you took their phone, or you tell them they can't go there. So they, me personally, I'm not sugarcoating nothing with my kids, and I didn't. It was straight up what it was. I wasn't hard and rough on them, but I let them know at the same time.
But our parents did that to us, and you didn't hear about a lot of people killing themselves in our era that you have now. So, like, what changed? What's different? My mama never sugarcoated anything with me, and I didn't kill myself,
I don't know. These kids just soft. I just say what it is. It's too much pampering. It's too much trying to be no, baby, okay. It's too much negotiating with these kids as parents, and that's the problem. They feel like everything's supposed to revolve around them. And so as soon as don't go their way, is I don't like, it's something.
Well, that's because they can call the cops on their parents now, and they can call CPS. So that's the reason why a lot of parents have fallen back, because as soon as you beat they behind, then you got to worry about, CPS coming. My mom beat my tail one time, the skin came off of my leg. I still had that mark tore. I'm gonna show you this mark on my leg that's still there from a good old-fashioned passionate butt whipping my mama gave me. And she told me to my face, you call them people if you want to. I'm gonna send you with them, and I'm gonna beat them. I was afraid to call the people on my mama.
It was really that. Like, we literally had the fear of God in us. Like, play with your mama if you want to. Like, it was the craziest thing. Like, I remember when I first pointed the finger at somebody, right? My daddy took a cable cord.
Can you turn up a little louder so they can hear on this
computer?
computer?
He took the cable cord and had me stick my finger on the table and pop the shit out of my finger a few times with that cord. And now you definitely is gonna be out because it's swollen now.
Yeah. Yeah, excuse me for a second.
We're gonna need you to be in person going forward, because it is very difficult to
give me a second.
Do this live and try to get your sound on the YouTube link.
Give me a second. You good? Hold on. I don't know, man. Look, I ain't no gadget.
She can continue talking. We can still hear her.
I think they can hear you still. I just don't know how to turn the volume up. This ain't my damn thing. That's these iPad people. Who are these iPad people with these fancy? Oh, no, I'm old Android.
Mm-hmm. So, did you see the video last week that surfaced on Instagram where the kids was in the bathroom playing with the gun? The girl had the gun up to the boy's head and was like talking about she'd shoot him, but she was playing. But if you watch the video close, her finger was on the trigger. So it was an illegal gun. I don't even know what type of gun it was.
I don't even know where they get that thing from. I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, it had like a little round thing at the top.
They call it a drum.
A drum. It was like to me, it looked like an old war gun from back in the day. She had the gun up to him. She pulled the trigger, or she didn't even pull the trigger. Her finger just did like that on the trigger, and it shot him, and it hit back. He fell on the ground. Then she fell on the ground, and then 2 more gunshots went off. She killed herself. So I was reading the comments, and one guy comment that I read, he was saying that, that was very unfortunate because she felt like she needed to kill herself because she felt bad about killing him, but you could still went to jail. It was an accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, spending a little time in jail is not as bad as ending your life. Like, I was just talking to your uncle earlier, and I say, I think it was your mama I was telling this to. The problem that I think it is, it's not with the parenting, it's with the world. Like, they took prayer out of schools. You know what I'm saying? These kids, they don't know, or they don't fear dying. They don't fear going to hell. Back when we was little, our parents told us, if you do any sins, you're going to go to hell. If you live a good life, you're going to go to heaven. And they build it up to make you want to go to heaven and make you fear going to hell. Ain't nobody taking their kids to church. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's telling them what the books of the Bible is. So what is it for them to fear? They don't fear death. They don't even value life, these kids nowadays.
I think that's what I'm saying. The fear, where the fear should be, is in homes. That's where the fear should be. And I'm saying that not to my kids should be afraid. My kids should know that if you get out of line, I'm gonna be on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we fall short, because my thing is the government, the state, whoever you want to put it on, they don't want us to get on our own kids' ass, but they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, your system is set up where so many kids that are in the system, or when they become of adult age, they're in the system because why? You, for so many years, it's like you can't whoop your child, you can't put your hands on your child, you can't do this, you can't do that, and as soon as you do, they knocking at your door.
Do you believe that?
Let me beat their ass, so I ain't got to worry about you killing my child later, because they'll know them.
But But do you believe that? I don't believe in what they got, they system at all. I don't believe in none of that system that they tell these folks what they do. That's just me.
Say that again.
I don't believe in their system. If your parents hit you or whoop you, call us. I don't believe in that. Because I cuss the loud man and them out too. Tell them, man, don't come to my door. But then I'm going to beat them. And then I'm going to tell them I did, I sure did. And you got something.
All they do is they go to the store again.
But the thing about it, do what you got to do. What for?
I'm measuring her plans.
Oh.
You know, she going to have somebody go put them up for her.
Oh.
I look at it like this, this is how I look at it. If you're tough on your kids at home, you're building them up. You're putting an armor around them so that they can be tough when they go out in the streets. Because everybody in the street ain't going to be nice to you. So if you already used to somebody, you know, being a little rough or a little aggressive with you at home, it's not going to be nothing when you go out there in them streets. You're not going to be thinking everybody going to be your friend. Everybody going to be nice and have something soft and sweet to say to you. You know, in the streets, they might not give you consequences at school, you know, but guess what? In the streets, you're going to have consequences. Like I tell my son all the time, you know, you have to have consequences. If you go out there driving your car and you run the red light and you hit somebody and you kill them, what you think going to happen? You think the lawman going to care that you didn't know that you were supposed to stop at a red light? What they say, that ignorance is no excuse for the law. If you break the law, they're going to put you in jail. And when you go to jail, they're not going to be nice to you. They're not going to care if you got feelings. They don't care if you have tough skin or not. So it's no point in your mom and dad letting you have your way and not giving you consequences, because you're going to have consequences when you leave a house. Everywhere have rules. So before we go too deep into our conversations, tonight's topic or topics that were fed to us from some of our viewers, and I just want to go over them again because I wasn't able to put them in the live. The first topic is bullying. Can you identify adult bullying? The next one is going to be narcissistic in relationships between mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, and loyalty between parents and children. So Miss Ine Devon, I'm going to start with you. Give me an example of adult bullying. Can you or have you ever identified adult bullying, whether it be within a parent and a child or two adults?
I think, like I said earlier, I feel like I was guilty of it, like in the example that I gave earlier. But when there are parents out there that always telling their kids who they ain't, what they can't be, that they ain't. You know, I crack the joke and say, you ain't been that, you ain't never gonna be that. Your kids ain't gonna be that.
From the Players Club.
Yeah.
Your babies ain't shit.
You ain't shit. Yeah. You ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit.
And your babies ain't gonna be.
That type of thing is bullying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's adult bullying, because it's crazy that some of these parents out here are resentful of their children. That you don't want your child to be better. And because you don't want your child to be better, you don't want your child to be better. You always try to make it seem like they do every fucking thing wrong. Or they ain't gonna never do nothing right. It makes no sense.
Okay. Miles, do you have any examples of adult bullying? Have you ever seen it before?
Yeah, them damn parents that go out there be talking noise to them kids. You better leave my child alone. Man, sit your grown ass down. Your child can't fight. Take that, tell your child go fight. Put them some karate, kung fu, box play. They got their ass whooped square and fair. Take your ass home. Leave them kids alone. If you want to talk noise, say take me to your mom and the daddy house and let me talk noise to them and say, hey, now that's what you do. That's to me that's bullying, because now you're trying to punk the little kids. You know what I'm saying? That's square business. So to me, you know what I'm saying? I understand you say I'm gonna ride for mine, but man, if it's little kids, your child got whooped, it's just what it was. You gotta teach your child, look here, don't come home crying no more. I'm gonna whoop your ass. So I can't go think about it. Should I get my butt whooped out here or whoop it there? I'm gonna whoop his ass over here. See, that's just how I feel about it. No, that's what my adult parents. So these parents, y'all need to stay your ass out these little kids fight. Your son or your daughter couldn't take it. It's what it is. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, your kids go out there, start a mess, and then come back saying they messing with me, they jump, but not knowing your child out here starting a whole conflict. Start mess every time you look around, always into something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I done had that situation. Remember I used to throw them block parties all the time?
Yeah.
We used to do block parties, every year, we used to give block parties for the kids, for the whole neighborhood. And 1 year, some girl come over there. First, a lady told me, say, Miles, can you son? She said, this girl around, she trying to start. It was an older lady. I said, all right, I take care of it. So I went down the street, see where I don't know where she went to. The next thing you know, she started some more mess. So next thing you know, her mama come around there. I hear, I'm like, hold on. So I go, I say, hey man, look here. We don't do that over here on this street. Like that ain't what this block party about. We ain't for the start. We ain't been starting it. Like this the third year, and we ain't for the have this going on. So if you got some problem with somebody, and it's with your child starting something, you got a problem. You come find out who the parent. We talk about, and she go to. I say, I'm gonna tell you like this here. You put your foot in a man's shoe, I'm gonna treat you like one. I said what I said. You take that shit around the corner and leave it over there. Find out what your child did. Don't come over here, start mess up on this block. This is for the kids. You come around here yelling and hollering for what? Everybody here having a good time. And here you come bring your ratchet around here with that bull crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I done said what I said and I'm done talking. And I walked out. What happened?
Hey, don't worry about just get out the shower.
I couldn't tell if you can tell. Shit. It's all right. That's not those the light. That's the light. But anyway, put a little how you mind. Yeah, but anyway, but nah, that's just what it is though. I mean, you know, people do it all the time. I tell people, man, stay out these kids. You know what I'm saying? Out these kids. My ex-wife used to do that. I used to tell her, like, her son coming in, he playing slap box down the street. The boy get the best of him. He come down there sniffing and snotting, and she walking out the house. I say, where is you going? Sit your ass down. You going out there run up on them kids and they go get their mom. Who you gonna fight?
What's she gonna do if the kid beat her up in front of her kids?
I said, what you gonna do? I said, quit run up with these little kids because at the end of the day, he out there, they playing what they playing. He got the best, boy got the best of him. He mad. And so he getting mad and upset. But yet and still, you could run up to these people's kids because then you put me in a situation. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. What if the children are little kids, not teenagers, they little kids, and then the little kids playing, but then a big brother come along and start bullying one of your little kids? Then what? Do you think the mom is wrong if she go out there and charge up the bigger kid?
No, I go get the bigger cousin and come over there and whip his ass. That's how I do that. I'm not son. Say, look here, leave these little kids alone. Where your mom at? Where your dad at? Say, man, you need to tell your child these little kids playing. He coming over here bullying. I'm a warn. That's my warning shot. I'm telling y'all, hey, get your kids, leave your kids alone. You know what I'm saying? So your child come over here again with that shenanigans. Don't worry about it. I got somebody for him. I'm gonna go right around the corner. You want to make $10? You want to make $20? I got some. Come on over here for me. One hitter for me. One hitter quitter. Do something. Y'all on DDT him or something.
I don't know about that one.
But I'm just saying though. But at the end of the day, you know, treat a bully with a bully.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. You know, I let me see. When I was young, what were we staying at? We were staying in way back in the game. This is about the 80s something. We were staying in Copper Tree, but back then it wasn't Copper Tree. It was something else over there. You know, in Acres Home. Copper Tree was something like back then. Copper Tree had car sheds. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about way back, had car sheds. It was all nice. So we stayed in the alleyway upstairs, and I was outside. I think I was upstairs. No, I was downstairs, and I was playing. So it was these two little boys. They were brothers or something, and we was over there playing. So like it was one little brother, and then the other little brother probably a little more bigger. So they go to we was sitting out there. So the other brother want to take the other little brother's hand and boom, hit me with it, right? Boom. So I'm like, all right, going on. Then they boom, 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 right? Hit me. Boom, boom, boom. I said, okay. No, my crybaby ass. I going, Mama said, what the hell wrong with you? Somebody was jumping on. Then my brother's like, you ain't help your brother doing that? She told my ass, pop, 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 pop. She said, you next, goddamn, you come up here crying, I'm gonna tell your ass again.
So you got a whipping for getting beat up?
Yeah, so I got beat up, coming in the house crying. So look. So,
that's cruel.
So about 2 days later, I'm outside, right? I'm back outside on the patio. I'm playing my toys. They come upstairs. They want to play. I say, hey, man, go on. They want to play. I chunked them both down the stairs. Ran down the stairs, went there. Whoop, 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 whoop. I said, I ain't getting no another ass whooping. I was tearing them up and everything. I was busting on the boys over. They went home crying, and I still got an ass whooping because I threw them down the stairs. I say, I'll be damned.
You can't win.
I can't win for lose. I said, I be damn. I'm take, and from that day forward, I said, I was damn. I'm gonna take ass. Well, I'm gonna damn. It's 20 brothers. I'm fighting all. I'm hitting them in the head, and we stayed in the Haverstock way back in the gap. And it was it was like some little cousins and brothers. You know, I used to always be like the big brother. I was always by myself outside, and them jokers want them. I'm riding a big wheel. Joke kept pushing me in the back of my head. I got that big wheel, swung that mother, and went to work. And I said, it was about 3 of them. They got me, but I was tearing them up. I would get them, man. I said, I'm gonna get every last one of y'all.
They know that you're gonna fight back.
Yeah, I was like, man, y'all better leave me alone. I'm not gonna go for that. I ain't taking no more butt whooping. That butt whooping got me. I said, but other than that, these kids nowadays, man, can't. They can't, man. I don't know, man. They too feminine. And I ain't gonna say feminine, they just too soft, because I think a lot of times it's with the parent. And I'm gonna say this here, because mamas love to kiss on their boys. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to sometimes, it's okay to love your child, but you gotta also let him know, me loving on you, you can't be walking around here feeling like everything gonna be a raw around you in the world all soft. Like daddies love their daughters. And daddy things is to treat their daughter how a man should treat her. So in other words, you know, he'll be, hey baby, how you doing? You know, we give a flower, he do this, he do that, he do this, he do stuff like this, hell now. So she know in her mind, hey, so when a dude come along, that shit, he try to do that shit ain't gonna sight her. Like, you can't win her over, because my daddy been doing this. Like, you got to come with something better, or you have to do this in order. So at the end of the day, it's not that we saying don't you be soft, but same time, if some girl mess with you, you tear their head, you know. But this is the way guys should treat you. And women, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to tell your son, hey, you need to take that trash out, because that's what you're supposed to do. Get up, do this here, and that's what you want. No woman, and you tell them that, but at the same time, you can love them. You know what I'm saying? And a woman shouldn't be able to love you. If a woman love you, she gonna kiss on you, she gonna do this for you. She gonna make sure you eat, she gonna make sure you cook. You know what I'm saying? These are things, these roles you have to play. You can't sit up and be babying your child, a whole boy, all his life, and then he whining every time you say something, he whining. Like, what you whining for, man? You're a grown ass little boy. Like, quit whining. At the end of the day, you supposed to be a man. You want to whine, but then you want to play tough with another female like you, man. And no, kid, you up here whining when I get on you about something. Like, no one don't want that. And it's not wrong with, you know, a mom and son having a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta still know your boundaries. Don't look at me.
I'm just listening.
I looked at me, but now it's not wrong with it, though. But it's not wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to know, you still have to have a cutoff line at the end of the day.
I think that when it comes to mother and son relationships, or even father and daughter relationships, I think that it is okay to, you know, hug and kiss on your children. I think that fathers should hug and kiss on their daughters too. But because of the world that we live in now, people over-sexualize a lot of things. Men nowadays are afraid to tell their daughters, here, come sit on daddy's lap, you know, or to be affectionate with their daughters, because somebody on the outside looking in thinking, why she sitting on his lap? Why? Because I've seen videos, you know, like when people first started going live, or, you know, posting videos and stuff, you'll have like the daughter and the daddy sleeping in the bed together. Like, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with the dad and his little girl sleeping in the bed. That's his daughter. Nobody would think nothing about that little girl sleeping in the bed with her mom, but it's just as much the mom baby as it is the dad baby. But because we live in a perverted world, it's not normal, or it hasn't been normalized for a man to be affectionate with his daughter the way that, you know, a woman could be affectionate with her daughter. But people be like, oh, it's something wrong with a man loving on his daughter. Okay, well, what about a woman loving on her daughter? Like, how is that not saying, well, the daughter gonna be gay because the mom is giving her too much affection? It's only said that way when a woman is giving her son too much affection. But that's what's wrong with a lot of men in the world now. A lot of men nowadays ain't never been loved and hugged, you know, by their parents. They daddy ain't never said, I love you. They daddy ain't never hugged them. They mama was probably scared to love on them because the daddy in the corner saying, stop kissing on that boy, you're gonna make him soft. Now he walking around and he don't even know how to be affectionate with a woman because he never saw that growing up. And I think that's also a form of bullying. You know, if your son cry and you tell him to shut up because you're a boy, you better not cry. So now that boy walking around like real scared to express any emotion or any feelings because you've told him, if you cry, you weak, or, you know, you're a little titty baby because you got feelings or your feelings got hurt. People be telling kids all the time, you ain't got no feelings. Kids are human. They do have feelings.
There's ways you got. It's just ways you do stuff. It's ways you do all that. Your son crying, like, man, what is you crying for, man? Like,
but do you tell your daughter the same way?
Huh?
Do you handle your daughter the same way? If your daughter crying, no, the daddy gonna be like, "Oh, come on, my baby, what's the matter?" So why do you treat the daughter with so much affection, but your son, forget your feelings? You better get up and stop crying.
It's ways you have to approach both of them. Both of them. You ain't gonna talk to your daughter the same way you talk to your son. You ain't gonna say, "Oh, come here, man." Like you just talk to someone, "What's going on, man?"
But what if they little babies, little kids?
You gotta say, "What's going on, man?" You talk to them calm. You want them to feel comfortable with you all the time. "What's going on with you, man? What's up? What's the problem, man? Why you crying?" It's ways you say stuff. Like, "What's going on? What happened? You all right, man? You be all right. You're a big boy, man. You good. I love It's in ways you do it. You got
How
a dog.
Often did your daddy used to tell you he loved you before you got grown when you was kid?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't think so.
Exactly. That's the problem, right?
But at the end of the day, I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't banging off for none of that shit. My thing was, it is what it is. I'm having fun.
Well, you had a more freestyle lifestyle. Nowadays, a lot of kids don't really get to go out like how we used to go out because it's so much more for them to worry about. So now kids are in the house on their video games, on their cell phones. They're not as social as we were growing up. We wanted to stay outside all night long, and play with our friends. A lot of kids nowadays, we living in a world, no new friends. I don't need no new friends, this, and that. And everybody antisocial. Your kids don't even know their friend's name because they're not hanging with no friends because they rather be on Instagram and TikTok all day. So there is a lack of social skills. So if you're not used to talking to other human beings, how can you communicate? How can you effectively express your emotions and your feelings? You might take everything personal because you're not used to talking to nobody. You don't know that people talk with different inflections in their voices. They don't know how to determine none of that.
My 7-year-old came to me and said, "Mama, I got a bully."
She says she has a bully at school.
She has a bully. So she told me for a minute she was ignoring her, the girl. And then she came and the girl said something to her. She snapped back. She just told her, "I don't know what your problem is." Mind you, she's 7. "I don't know what your problem is, but I need you to leave me alone." And after she said that, I think like a few days later, the girl spoke to her. So she came home and she said, "Mama, she spoke to me today." And then the next day, they had like something going on at school, and she said the little girl again tried to talk to her, but then she didn't want it because my daughter was talking to somebody else. She should have attitude all over it.
So the girl was jealous that she had built a friendship with somebody else.
That would have seemed like she want her to be her friend, but
yeah, she only want to be her only friend.
That's just like a little boy. That's just like a little boy, like a little girl, and he want to mess. He out messing with her, picking on and messing with her.
Right, that goes to the whole social thing because I don't let my kids outside unless I'm standing outside with them, and it's definitely not like it used to be with us. You used to be able to see the kids outside. You could be in the house doing whatever you want to. They was coming back. Now, you can't take your eyes off.
Turn this thing up. I turn it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they can just be in one of the neighbor's house and then they gonna swear to God they ain't never seen your child before. You just never know. So, it's hard. It's different. And it does. It got a lot to do with this world is so different. We can't. They all kids do that.
I don't know. All right. So we had someone else write in about narcissism in relationships between mothers, daughters, fathers, and sons. And that kind of took me back to a memory. I had a client and I was taking her pictures and we was talking, and she was telling me that when she was younger, her family used to make fun of her for being kind of chubby or whatever. And they used to make a lot of jokes, and it made her feel very insecure or feel some kind of way, and it's like, I don't know what her mom looked like, but just imagine growing up under a mom that's, typically a pretty woman, and you look at her and be like, oh, I want to look like my mom or be like my mom, but you kind of overweight. And every time you turn around, your mama telling you how fat you are, or you need to stop eating this, and that, At what point do mothers realize that the words that they are saying to their daughters are affecting them long term. You know, this woman was a grown woman and she was still affected by feeling bullied by her family for calling her fat when she was a little girl.
That's why you
Was she showing the same thing to her child?
Say that again.
She was showing that same, giving that same energy to her child.
No, she didn't treat her child like that. She made sure that, you know, she didn't treat that she's not going to treat, because her kids are little. But her mom treated her like that. And, you know, like I was saying earlier, when things happened to us, like our parents was like tough and hardcore and talk to us, you know, rough. So when we get older and have our own kids, we're like, you know what? I'm not going to talk to my kids that way. So now we have a generation where these kids are soft because we didn't handle them the way our parents handled us. But we didn't handle them like that because we didn't like the way that it feels, you know? So it's like, where's the balance? You know, you don't want to make your children feel like you better than them and that they not worthy or they not good because they look a certain way. But at the same time, you know, I'm pretty sure when you go to school, if you're overweight back in the day, they're going to talk about you for being overweight. But if your mama telling you you're fat, you're going to already believe it anyway. So that's more pressure on you. You getting talked about at home, you getting talked about at school. And that right there could be a reason why sometimes kids, they suffer in silence because they're feeling, you know, picked on. They feeling picked on by their mama. They feeling picked on by their peers. And then it's like, nobody thinks I'm pretty. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares if I'm hurting. So why am I here? I might as well die.
And that's the sad part.
Exactly. Okay, give me that card right there. Do you have any examples of narcissism within parents and their children? I wish the person that had gave me that idea was online so that they can, you know, go into detail and explain so that we can hear their part. We have Monique that says every situation is handled differently. Monique, would you care to share a situation with us?
I think one of the thing is, man, you have to recognize as a person what you do.
Mm-hmm.
How you are. I think that's what a big thing with, you know, narcissists is the fact that they feel like what they're saying, what they're doing, there's nothing wrong with it. If what you're saying and what you're doing is affecting someone else, then it should be brought to your attention. You should understand. And
Cookie turned this one up on Facebook and now it's echoing or whatever.
It's on the top right. There were two buttons, one on the side. Yeah.
I think that's one of the things. People that don't own themselves, you don't own your problems, you don't own your own struggles. So when other people go through, you have that mentality of what you complaining for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's nothing to worry about. What you crying about. It's not that serious. Because you know, it's just one of those things where you have to go through the process of saying, hey, I have to do that as a person. And I think again, that's what a lot of people, you know, fall short is. If you don't own your, you have to own your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't put your issues out on your child. It's just not that. Well, I think one of the biggest things that I know, I'm 42, no grandkids. Thank God. Because that's one of the things that I wanted to make sure is I taught my kids that your life, don't rush to have kids or anything along those lines. Like my baby just came back from college. And every 3 months she's doing something. She on somebody's vacation.
Yeah, because I don't think this is going to be a horrible one with this volume being so low. It's not going to pick up on this one. And then when you turn it up too loud, it makes an echo.
So, oh shit.
Exactly.
So come on.
All right. Before we go into the last topic, because we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, we're trying to keep it under, that 1 hour mark. Let's see. Monique shared one of her examples. She says, I was called skinny from family members a lot. Then she says that's so, and because of that, I still struggle with being ideal weight that I want to be. Now that we are older, those same family members now say, girl, I wish I was your size. I bet they do. But you know what, Monique, one thing that I can tell you that my mama used to tell me when I was growing up, when people make fun of you or say stuff about you, it's probably because they are jealous of you. She used to tell me that all the time, and it didn't really make sense to me when I was younger. I thought my mama sounded crazy. But now that I'm older and I look back on it, she was absolutely right. Like when people be like, oh, girl, you think you all that. It's not that you think you're all that. The person saying it to you, they think you all that. Like your family members, they was talking about you being skinny. It probably was older family members that knew you was going to be fine when you got older anyway. So they just be hating. So a lot of times when people sit back and they try to judge you or criticize you for how you look, it's probably something in you that they admire, and instead of them just complimenting you, they want to insult you, and that's because they're insecure inside anyway.
I know when I was young, I had somebody that want to talk about me.
What they used to say?
They try to say I had some nappy hair.
You did have some nappy hair. When it's factual. When it's factual, it's not. That's not criticizing.
No, they try to say I had some hat mad because I had that good stuff.
You're not.
I had them waves.
No.
I had you dizzy. You were drowning off these waves, man.
That boy didn't have not one wave. He had nothing but cuckabugs. My auntie used to try to pick that mess out. The comb used to get stuck in them cuckabugs.
Don't believe the hype.
That boy ain't got no good hair.
Hey, these jokers had some little nappy cuckabugs.
No, I ain't never had no nappy hair. Inay, you seen my hair.
Don't believe the hype. That's all them dukes.
You seen Mitch hair. We ain't never had no cuckabugs.
That's all them hot cones and got it together. Yeah.
All right, Monique said that they was the same age as her. If they was the same age as you, girl, they was just jealous of you because you was slim, you was pretty. So forget them and tell them, yep, I bet you do wish you had this body now.
I don't know. I guess girls a little different. Us, boy, I don't know. We used to, we all used to talk and rank, but we embrace whatever it was. Supposed to be like, that's fat boy. That skinny boy, that's what we went by. Yep, that's my name, fat boy. And then we make, it's just what it is. Some people don't, and some people feel like nobody like me because they feel like they don't have nobody to play with. So they feel like everybody talking about it. They don't want to come out and play because folks feel like, man, it's, but sometimes you take them words and you change it and flip it. So later on in life, people be like, is that fat? I ain't fat, really.
I'm telling you, because I know me, when I was in high school, I was skinny. Like I said, I didn't have no boobs. I hung and I dressed tomboyish. But now, compared to some of the people I went to school with.
Oh, they're beasts.
Yeah, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Somebody might think that you cute. Somebody might think that you ugly, but it is somebody for everybody. So
somebody for everybody. They thought I don't know what they thought. I wouldn't care what you thought about me.
I don't think nobody thought you was ugly, but you did have some nappy hair.
You show it.
Hey.
But being short ain't never stopped you from getting who you want, though, right?
That dang right.
I know that's right.
I get them all. Short, medium, tall. I love them all.
All right. So hold on. Loyalty within parents and children. I think I seen a post one of my classmates posted a long time ago, and that post comes to mind when I think about this last topic. And it was like, okay, well, when your children come tell you stuff, you don't need to tell the family. Like your child need to be able to trust you.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like that's a form of loyalty between your children?
I ain't some loyalty. Just you should have your child always trust and believe you. I mean, you should like when you come to your parent, they telling you something because they want to tell you. But us as parents, we feel like you my child. I can tell who I want to tell. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, depending on what it is, y'all keep that amongst yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like the child tell you, then they feel like you're gonna tell everybody. Then well, I'm gonna come tell you anything. Then you be wondering why the child don't ever say nothing to you no more because you done broke something that you made agreement to. Mm-hmm. My son come tell me something about something, or my daughter come tell me something, I'm gonna tell them straight up. If she tell me or he tell me something about his mama, I'm like, what? Nah, and I'm saying, okay, I got that, and then I might address it to him, to the parent, but I ain't gonna address it to like this parent. I know how to approach it another way. I mean, be holding a conversation, be like, yeah, man, and just say certain things to him in a way like, I wish, man, but not find out. Say, I play like I'm talking to somebody. I say, I wish they would ever say something to my. You ever say something to my kids, to your kids about son? I get on that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ways I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna switch the game up on you, so you won't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna come to you in a way like as I was talking to somebody else and get dead on your ass about it.
That used to be my secret. Me and my homegirl, our secret way of talking about people.
Yeah.
We'll talk to each other as if we're talking about each other. I'll say something random, and then she'll be like,
Yeah. You got to know how to play the, what I'm saying, slide in and be like, what? Man, and that's how you do it. But, it is what it is. But now I think you just need to keep a bond. That child come tell you something, you should just keep it within y'all self. You something that y'all made agreement to. Well, you refer as well, you want to be able to, y'all should be able to have a bond anyway where they can come tell you whatever, and just talk about it. The son going on, give them a good idea and tell them, listen, you can listen to what I'm telling you or you don't. I try to give you the game and you don't want to listen to me. I can't do nothing but let you bump your head.
I wonder, why is it that children don't believe nothing their parents say? Anybody else can tell them something, but if they mom or they dad tell them, it don't make no sense. But it's like y'all want us to be loyal to y'all, but y'all not loyal to us. Y'all don't even believe nothing we say.
That's marriage.
With your children?
Yeah, that's marriage, period. Married to your children, married to your spouse. It's the same thing. Like sometimes they just straight up don't want to hear the shit you're talking about, and somebody else can come and say the exact same thing, the exact same words, and it's heard clearly.
Very.
I don't get it. I mean, like I listened to everything my mama said. I took heed to everything my mama said. I never felt like she didn't know what she was talking about, but a lot of times I did feel like, she didn't want to let me have fun or didn't want to allow me to be me. But of course, as I got older, I was able to realize, she was saying this for a reason, like when she didn't want me to go hang with certain friends or family members or whatever, it's because they might rub off on you. But I'm thinking I'm my own person. I got my own mind. I can't, but sometimes the company you keep can rub off on you, but I still listen. But like nowadays, these kids, nothing they parents say mean nothing to them. Like even when we had the cocktails and conversation, when we had the panel with the kids on there, me listening to your daughter, like the stuff that she was really justifying in her mind that was making her mad at you, I didn't understand. Like I could not make it make sense to myself, like why she felt like she should not have consequences.
Yeah, that's what these kids are.
That's just how they are.
But my son the same way. Like he tells, well, he don't say it to me, but if you ask him, he'll say that I nag and I fuss a lot. But the thing is, what am I nagging and fussing about? Like you've been living with me your entire life, so you should know me better than anybody in the world because you've been with me every single day. So if I'm a nagger, what am I nagging about? What am I nagging about? Something that I've asked you to do 1,000,000 times and all you had to do was just do it.
They just hard head.
I don't get it.
So that's why you got, yeah.
Because we reached our hour.
Yeah.
That's what Instagram does. Well, anyway, we appreciate everybody for giving us these topics to discuss. Let's see. Monique says, me being in a blended family, it was definitely times where my son would come to me and tell me how he felt.
Y'all funny.
Derek laughing at y'all, cookabugs. Yes. I think you discussed some of your situation with us on one of our previous shows about the other kids, bullying the kids. Me personally, I'm one of those parents that Miles was talking about. My son was my only child, so he was the only one at home. He didn't have no siblings there to help him if he was getting jumped or anything like that. And if I seen that he was getting bullied by some kids that was older than him, I don't go and mess with the kids. I go find the mama because I feel like your child acting like this because you obviously didn't teach them nothing. Not one time have I ever got my behind whooped. Not one time has any parent ever felt offended by me coming to them and letting them know what their children was doing. Because at the end of the day, y'all don't know the mental state of no parent or no person. So y'all need to teach our kids to keep their hands to themselves. Maybe want to teach them to use kind words, because you might come across a parent or a child that ain't all the way there, and you put your hands on the wrong kid, that mama might show up and do something to you because they don't want to mess with a child. What he say? My son had to trust me in order to tell me what was happening or how he felt. Yes, so there was definitely some loyalty between you and your child, and trust. Trust is really important. It's really hard when you have children and you feel like they're going through stuff and they don't want to talk to you about it, or they feel like they can't tell you about it. I think parents should have like some kind of open communication. I know like once before I went through some counseling, and the counselor advised like on one day out the week, y'all need to sit down and write all the things that bother you about that person. So like, let's say, Ine, you my mom, every Wednesday, you and me both, we write down what it is. So I'm gonna be like, Mom, I love you, but I don't like when you come in my room and you don't knock. I don't like you make me washing dishes when I ain't even been at home to mess up any dishes. It makes me feel like a maid or whatever. I should be able to say that to you and get it off my chest without you throwing it up in my face the next day, or, you know, nagging me about it later. Just like you supposed to be able to tell me, I don't want to have to go in your room and tell you to wash your funky clothes when you smell that they stink. You should be able to go and do this without me having to tell you. So it's not like you're constantly telling them over and over and over. It's building up because you see the clothes or you smell the clothes, but you can't say it every day nagging. You wait till Wednesday and you put it on the table, and that's supposed to work. I didn't try it with a child. I tried it with an adult, and I think it'll work if you want it to work. So if that's something that parents, you know, feel like they might want to try, to each his own. Some things work with some people, some things don't work. But I think that it's very important for the child to feel like they can get something off of their chest without getting in trouble, as long as they're respectful.
I'm gonna tell you how you get all this stuff done. Kids that want to, like adults, kids.
We're not talking about adults. We talking about children.
You say you tried it with some adults, though. Okay.
Oh yeah, this was a different situation,
Yeah.
but they was like they was trying to teach us how to communicate effectively.
So I'm gonna tell you how. So you got kids, they don't want to wash their clothes, and they know it's there, and they don't want to do it. You be like, hey, I need $20. For what? I just need $20. You don't pay no. Can I get $20? Take that $20. Then
so you talking about older kids?
Yeah,
that's got money.
Yeah, okay. $20. Then you take their $20 and you go wash clothes and say, "He go the rest of your change from washing your clothes." Why I spend my $20? Because you got it for free to wash it here, but you don't, huh?
You gonna let them funky clothes stay in there, right?
No.
Because, and this is why I say I'm not doing that. Because children at that age where they able to give you $20, they already think they're grown enough to do their own thing.
Mm-hmm. Why
your grown ass walking around here with these funky clothes?
But hold on, but this the catch. You're right, but
that's
this
on you. I should, because now at this point,
you said what? At that point, what?
We can't hear you.
There you go. It's going in and out.
Say something.
It's freezing up on me.
I said at this point, I'm now your mate.
Yeah.
But
I'm your mate.
Yeah, but this is the catch though. You that made for that date. When that joker realize they spending their money for you to wash clothes, and all they do is wash them, they ain't gonna want to do that. They're gonna get up and handle their business. See, I tell you before, like I said, you play their game to their advantage. You use what they do, you use they shit to their advantage. So if you don't want to wash dishes, and when I fix your plate, I'm gonna put it on that dirty plate that you put in the sink that you didn't want to wash. You hungry? Use those dishes right there. You know what I'm saying? You want to wash them and get them cleaned up? I'm just saying, don't play with me because I ain't the parent to play with.
I'm about to go home and ask somebody for $20 right now.
Hey, give me $20. For what? Just give me $20.
I ain't washing the clothes.
And then just take $20. Then so what's that for? For funking up my house.
Yeah.
For funking up my house, I'm going to buy some air fresheners. I'm going to buy some air fresheners. Hey,
I like that one.
Give me $10 for what?
You ain't getting no change back.
Yeah. Buy everything you need. Toilet tissue, soap. Then you be like, going and be like, "Hey, can I borrow some soap? Give me $2 for a bar of soap. $2."
Miles, they on your BBs. We got Mitch over here on YouTube.
I know you did them little nappy bugs you had.
Mitch say, "Hell, I tried to help them BBs out. Blue Magic couldn't magically fix those naps." Oh man, yeah, Miles did have snappy head up.
Yeah, don't believe the hype, man. They hate. Yeah. That was
my
ways.
You ain't had no ways. My philosophy is, like when your children are a certain age and they feel like they've grown and they want to do everything, it's time for them to move out.
But that's what I'm saying. When they start realizing you making them pay money for stuff, they gonna be like, "Well, I might well go." That's my whole point.
And then it's sad because what they fail to realize is you think you might as well move out, but when you move out, you gotta pay rent, you gotta pay lights, water, you gotta buy your own groceries. How you gonna get to work? You gotta put your own gas in the car. You gotta pay. It's gonna cost you way more to get your own place than to just clean up around my house without me having to tell you. Yeah. I don't get it.
I'm like this here. You gonna work and pay some bills. Take this light bill and go pay it. Whatever I think you use, Mo. You want to bathe? You want to bathe in the shower like you're a fish? You finna pay this water bill then. You want to take a bath? You want to sit in the shower that long? Get your ass in the tub. Sit there, got my water running for 30 minutes.
She said she was a mean stepmom.
Who?
Monique.
You was a mean stepmom.
But she had some kids that was
terrorized. They were terrible. They weren't a mean stepmom. They just made you turn that way towards them. And that's when. But then that's because if the daddy don't step up and take care of his damn responsibility with his child, then you put all of them asses out. Get all y'all get your ass out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave this motherfucker. Y'all can stay here. I'm trying to tell you, I wasn't the one to play with. But see, I ain't really had them problems. But if it came to it, that's the problems we came across. You know what I'm saying? Like I really ain't have no problems because shit, I raised them in pretty much by myself. Yeah.
Yeah, kids be doing the most.
They do the most.
All right, so Miss Janae, Divine, go on with your closure, baby. We finna wrap it up.
Them big ass eyes, you can't see us.
I would say this. I feel like with all of it, I think we have to be careful with how we address our kids. And it's sad to try to be soft. You don't want to be soft, but you can't be hard with these kids. But I don't know. It's just gonna take some extra work to communicate. Because some of them are out here, they really hurt on the inside. Just simply because they don't have nobody to talk to, or they don't know what to do or how to say it.
Yeah, they just holding it all in.
Well, you got someone to talk to. Most, like I say, these kids nowadays, they hold grudges and bitter because the shit that you won't allow them to get. That's what it is. It's more bitter and mad on material stuff. So when you don't give them the shit that they want, you this bad parent. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell mine, if you can't afford to buy it, you better take what I give you. Matter of fact, just wait till you get home and use the house phone. Goddamn, that's what you need. You ain't got a job to pay that motherfucker. How you gonna get complaints on you want an Apple phone? I got you. I give you an Apple phone. You better take this flip up and put an apple on the side of that motherfucker. You get it out of here.
He said put an apple on the side of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a flip phone. I ain't about to no phone. What you need a phone for? It's a house phone. Right there. You don't pay no bill. What you need a cell phone for? Nah, you don't need no cell phone.
Were you done, Ine?
Yes.
All right. I guess my closure is when it comes to adult bullying, it's more adult bullying within adults, not just with parents and their children. People bully each other on social media all the time. People bully each other at work. But I just feel like people need to try to utilize more kind words and treat people with respect. And you shouldn't want to treat somebody a way that you don't want to be treated. As far as kids, I think that if parents nowadays treated their children like humans, like they had feelings, kids would probably open up to them a little bit more, and they wouldn't have to walk around feeling like they have to hold so much in that's causing them to be overwhelmed and stressed and think that it's better not living than to be living. Like with a lot of kids killing themselves, I think it's all because of them holding so much in. kids put a lot of pressure on themselves, and we look at it like, what the hell do you have to be pressured or stressed about? But we don't realize what they hold as importance to them. So I think at some point we do need to just figure out how we can communicate with these kids to make them talk more instead of being scared or just thinking that it's okay to die. Like, I don't know where that came into play, where kids think it's okay to just kill yourself. Like, I just don't get it. I think we just need to pray, speak a lot of positivity over our kids. And we just have to let them know, no matter how bad you think something is, you can always come to me.
That's true.
Right.
Okay, your turn.
I just feel like I said, social media and all the shit they put on TV got these kids what it is. It's material shit that got these kids doing the shit they doing. That shit go with, my friend and mom got them a car. Why you ain't give me no car? I can't stand you. I hate you. Or I want the new Apple phone. This phone, oh, I can't get the new phone. Well, I don't want this here. Why can't get these here? So that shit right there, what got these kids feeling the way they feel right today. I can't go nowhere. Why I can't go do this? Why I can't go hang out over here? I can't do nothing. All we do is sit in this house. Don't do nothing. I'm bored. All that comes with why these kids feel that way and feel like my life is ain't nothing. And that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Spoiled.
Spoiled. Just maybe some parents just feel like y'all kids don't know how to handle it out here. I'm like this here. Look, live your life, have fun. You don't pay no bills. The only thing you need to be worried about is having fun and get your little job and stack as much money you can while you're living at home with me.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't get that, I don't know what else to tell you.
That's a good life.
If you got a job, now you got to do is save your money. You ain't paying no bill, but buy your own stuff. And kid, you ain't got, you come in here, eat, and go to work and save your money. Like, you better save your money so by the time you decide, hey, I want to move when I'm this age, you go buy all your shit and you put it in storage. So therefore, when you get ready to move out,
you got
your
everything.
whole house apartment is furnished. And for time being, you got all your bread saved. And whatever you save, I'm gonna match it so you can get your car. You know what I'm saying? But all this here, I want this iPhone. Okay, come on, let's go. I'll take you to the store. You can get you one. Where your money at? Your credit good? See if they give you one with your credit. Now pay that phone bill. You got a job? Because I ain't paying it. But my point is, these kids are so feel like they that the parent owe them too much of everything. And when you don't give it to them,
entitled.
And when you don't give it to them, then also you this bad parent. I hate my life because and that's what it's all about. And that's what's wrong with these kids nowadays. It's too much, and the shit they put on TV. Every time you look up, they showing a new damn phone on TV, or kids coming out on fucking every day in school. Look at this new phone. Look what I got. Look, like, that's why they came up with that shit with these kids with that uniform, because there was too many kids coming out the little hoods. Yeah, I got these. You got, look at them Bullcrap shoes, because the mama and Ned and them pump. Yeah, you go to school fly. You fresh. Them kids ain't gonna touch you. So they go to school with that mentality on their mind. Look at them shoes you got. And these little kids young, they don't know. That's why they start making uniforms. We all gonna look to dress alike when we come to school.
To eliminate the bull.
To eliminate all that bullcrap. And that's what the problem is today with society. People, and like I tell people, it don't matter where you come from, the residence or the hood. It's all about you as a parent, how you want to raise your child. And what people fail to realize, 50%, 60% of kids that come up in a poor community, they really want to change. They really want to change and do better, because they might have seen so much of bull crap, and they really want to change. When you got the resident kids want to play somewhere where they at and not knowing, they don't want to be over there. They trying to get where y'all at. Y'all got it. Maybe y'all act like y'all want to be over here with them. Let's switch places.
All the good kids that grow up in the center want to be claiming that they from the hood.
Yeah,
like why?
Like, and like I can take you through the hood. There's a bunch of kids I know that, like, man, I'm just going to school, do what I need to do. I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm going to the military. I want better things in life. Because they see it all the time. Well, how they mama struggle, what they did, or how they, like, and then some of the other brothers be like, they hood with it. But then realize that the brother made a smart decision, and he going out with his life, living a whole good life. You know what I'm saying? But y'all still want to play this hood thing. Then you realize it. And next thing you know, now you out here, you just out here, you living with your grandma, you living with your mama, and you ain't did nothing. All you can say, all you got to show is a bunch of tattoos all over you and what you had in your past. And, but I ain't the one to judge. But I'm just saying.
Sounds
that's what
like you're
is.
judging by the tattoos.
That's where your money went to. That was most of it. When your money went to, you tatted it up. So when you're young, you have fun. You get tatted up, and you still hood. You do your thing. Like, what's up? You win a little female. You say get your little hustle here and now. And then next thing you know, when you realize you're getting up in age, you like nothing to show for it ain't got nothing to show for it but tattoos and what you used to do. You know what I'm saying? But I tell people all the time, man, tattoos ain't nothing but a trademark. Y'all niggas better understand that. That ain't nothing but a trademark. I could have got tatted from my neck all the way down, but I chose because I knew at the end of the day, it was a trademark, and I did too much shit to walk around here with tattoos on me to be selling so much. All it takes one person say, he was a brown skin, a light skinned dude with tattoos. Can't even see your face. And you come outside, and guess what? You got tattoos on you. Mm-hmm. Can't identify your face, but say they look like him, but you got tattoos. That's the first mistake. That's the reason why I wouldn't do no. I got mistaken identity by some a hat I had on my head and a shirt. 2 different colors, but it was similar colors. And that right there said that was enough for me. Right there. And the whole time I'm like, kid, what you talking about? That ain't me. But yet it's still they use that a description. And the other person sitting on the side of me with the same shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But then they ain't say nothing. I said, okay. I knew what it was. So I left it alone. But the thing about it is what I'm saying is the kids nowadays are just it's too much social media and the TV stuff that goes on. It got these kids feeling this way when a parent don't get them what they want. But they don't even understand. You have to earn it. If you're doing good in school, I award you. Like you get awarded for what you do. Don't think it because I'm awarding you that this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing this because you doing what I'm asking for you to do. You going to school, you're educating yourself like I want you to do. Mm-hmm. And now that you're educating yourself, I want you to have a better life than what I have. We living good, but I want you to live better than me. Yes. That's what I tell I'm doing good, but I want you to live better than me. Do better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just be comfortable where you're in life. Always grow. And whatever you do in life, wherever you work at or whatever thing you choose to do, don't just do it because you like it. Be the best at it. Like, that's how I am. Like, anything that I do, I want to be the best at it. If I do it, I'm going to be the best. So I'm going to feel like nobody can top me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I'm going to feel. I feel like anybody can top me. And they might can, but in my mind, as long as I put in my mind, I know that I'm the best. And everything I do, I know I'm going to be the best at it because I believe in myself. And these kids have to do the same thing. You don't let words talk about you. When people talk about you, it's another ways you hurt them. You hurt them by just stepping up your game and doing stuff and make them realize and come back to you later on and be like, dang, I remember. Like I tell people, let me close this thing real quick before I get out. So we can get out of here. But when I was in school, when I was I got my first pair of Jordans in 6th grade, right? That was my first pair of Jordans I got in 6th grade. That was like the 84, 83, whatever it was, Jordans. That's the black, white, whatever the number, I don't know. But anyway, I had them on my first pair of shoes I got in 6th grade. 7th grade year, first day of school, you know what I had? I had some penny loafers. Back then, they got City Trend. We had Wieners. Wieners was the store. Everybody used to go to Wieners and shop. So we had Wieners. I had some penny loafers, some thick-ass white socks, some Levi's, and a Michael Jordan shirt on. You think I'm bullshitting? And a chili bowl on my head. 7th grade year, and I went to school with that shit on. I was sitting there like, I don't want nobody to see me. I'm quiet like a motherfucker. I'm like, I had them damn.
What happened to the Jordans?
I had them penny loafers on my feet down into Christmas. That's when them LA Gear shoes come out. Back then we had some LA Gears.
I remember
them LA Gear shoes. Yeah.
But what happened to the Jordans in the 6th grade? They didn't fit in the 7th?
Nah, them two. I heard them motherfuckers out. They was out of there. But yeah, 7th grade year, I had them pen, and then right there, and I knew. I said, man, forget this shit. That right there made me change. I was like, and the thing about it was, the whole time in school, I ain't ever had no name brand shoes. That was the first time I had some name brand shoes. And it wasn't that my mom or my man, they couldn't give them to me, but I wasn't raised up to be worrying on shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, but that was my first time I wanted some Jordans, and they finally gave them to me. That's what I wanted. But then the next year, I ain't get those. All I had was some penny loafers. I ain't get no tennis shoes. I was just supposed to be happy.
But penny loafers probably was in style back then. I remember penny loafers being in style.
Penelope with a Michael Jordan shirt.
I don't know about with the Michael Jordan shirt, but the Penelopes and the White Sox sound real Michael Jackson. You was in.
I'm gonna be in track trying to run with some Penelopes. I'm trying to run in some Penelopes. Best tennis you had on some cleats. Oh, I couldn't. I'm gonna run in some Penelopes. Christmas is when I got them. Then after that, I don't think the 8th grade year. After that, I said I'd be damn. 8th grade year, I was working in the summertime with my partner, his grandfather. We used to work with him. We get $25 a week. We were making $25 a week. We go buy some Jordans. That's how I bought my Jordans for 8th grade. And then from that day there, I ain't turned back. I was coming to school. I'd be the first cat with the Jordans on my feet. Everybody would tell me, wait till we come back from Christmas break. Wait till nigga, I'll be here tomorrow with them on my feet. I was doing what I was doing. Give my mom, where you get that money from? I said, this white girl used to hang with us. I used to be like, oh, this white girl bought me them shoes. Oh, everything was the white girl bought it. No, damn well the white girl ain't buy shit. I was doing what I was doing, getting the money. Mom, where you get this shoe? I had a beeper. She took my beeper from me. It was a neon orange beeper. She took my beeper and said, you don't need no beeper. On the drug dealers and pimps need beepers.
So maybe we need to have another show talking about being a dope dealer, going from dope dealer to legit businessman. But we do need to go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Wrap it up, man. I'm just giving y'all highlights of next week's show. That's all it was, just clips of next week's show.
Yeah. You guys have some topics y'all want to share with us, let us know. But I'm thinking that we're going to let Miles extend this story next week. When we talk about what from hustle to
where it is now. But I tell you, y'all better have your popcorns, your drink, your everything together.
We're gonna try to keep him on track for y'all, all right?
Hey, because it's more than an hour movie. It's gonna be a part 2, 3, 4, and 5. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a documentary. But everybody take care of yourself, man. Keep it cool with your kids. Vaughn over here, she about to fall asleep over here.
I'm gonna close
I'm cold. Thank you for joining Conversations. Remember, you can find
we out here. We see you next week.
Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in. Be blessed. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
And we out, y'all.